Yep, exactly, you know.
There's a left hook from
nice little turn. Now he's going to work. Right there, let that right hand go.
You had a chance.
I'm sorry to get over.
No, don't worry about it. You've been excited all night. You ran into the ring after the 5th round, and then you had the knockdown in the 6th. Plus, your son won a fight back on the East Coast tonight. What kind of a night has it been for you? Your son fighting back in Connecticut, your fighter fighting here in the fight of his career.
Well, to tell you the truth, Joe, I don't like to say I puked for 3 times today, and I had diarrhea all day. But I see that my son drives me crazy. But I knew he was physically and mentally prepared, and this was a big fight for us here. And Mike, because you know, when I told Jesse that I wasn't going to come with him, and I was going to be with my son, he was down. So my son said, "Dad, why don't you go with him? He needs you around. You know, you've won 8 in a row."
Well, let me give you credit. You kept your commitment to your fighter. A lot of trainers would not have done that. And matter of fact, you were in the same position where a trainer did not keep his commitment to your son, and he went off with another fighter. So you know how it feels.
Exactly.
Peter, thanks for your time. We'll let you get back to work. Peter Manfredo Sr. Well, I guess that is all access with the response that we got from Manfredo Sr. there. He's had an interesting day of the nerves acting up.
You know, while we were talking here, it passed the board a little bit, but Brinkley was hurt. He was hurt stepping back with the left hook in the right hand. But maybe Stevens missed his opportunity there. He didn't jump on him. Usually he jumps on guys. He's a pretty good finisher. He did not jump on him. You know, he's a little leery because of the punishment that he took early in the fight. And Stevens may have missed his best opportunity to win this fight.
No, you talked about it too. You still have to be very careful. We talked about what happened in his fight against Joey Spina back in 2006. When he built a lead, he was in complete control and then ended up being a TKO victim with a body punch in the 11th round against Spina. What will happen in the stretch run of this fight? Good stuff here in Reno. Much more to come. Stay with us. Remember, Stevens said he's going for it. He was going to get rid of Brinkley. Well, it got to him with 2 big left hands and a swollen right eye for Jesse Brinkley. But then Brinkley came back in round number 6, the right hands, a series of them, and he scored a knockdown, Teddy.
He took it right to him, to the guy that was supposed to be taking it to him. And I think he broke him down as much as anything. And then in the 7th round, more Brinkley. In and out. Being the boss, but being smart at the same time. A little offense, a little stepping out, a little upstairs, a little downstairs. You know, Brinkley has had to overcome an intimidating force tonight. A quick start by Stevens. The last round, he got shaken a little bit. And now he's had to overcome his trainer being taken out of his corner because of the way that he went after Stevens and pushed him against the ropes. The commission here, we believe, has removed Peter Manfredo Sr. from being in the corner in between rounds.
Ran into the ring after the 5th round, after they fought after the bell, so he's been tucked back a good 10 feet from the corner as now a simple observer of the fight.
You know, there's 2 schools of thought, as we touched on with Peter Manfredo Sr., how to go about handling a fight like this when you have a dangerous guy in front of you. And you've heard him. Do you continue boxing or do you go after him? I know he's dangerous, but do you go after him and get rid of him?
Right back, put the right hand in there.
So he's not there later on to get rid of you. You know, Joe, I got a funny feeling, kind of like the Buster Douglas-Mike Tyson fight in Japan years ago. There was a moment there after Douglas was dominating where Tyson dropped him. And then Douglas came right back after the last round and it took everything left out of Tyson. I have a funny feeling Stevens had a little bit of a reprieve that last round, had a good spot. But Brinkley can take this round and dominate this round and kind of throw it back at Stevens. I don't know if Stevens is going to be able to mentally be up for the task the rest of the way.
Fought hard there on the inside.
Again, Brinkley needs to keep those hands up, as his trainer said, especially when he steps back. Step back with those hands up, step back at the right range, not from too close.
Stevens free charging. Brinkley met him with a left hand.
What makes me nervous is Brinkley. He's using that left hand, but he's keeping the right hand down.
Susceptible to a potential left hand from Stevens. He was wide and off the mark with it there.
If I'm Stevens and Brinkley is hooking with me, I'm going to hook with him.
Absolutely. Stabbing jab from Brinkley. Snap the head back. Brinkley, Stevens coming to the end of round number 9 on Friday Night Fights. Peter Manfredo Sr. comes in and pushes Curtis Stevens. In the next round, Brinkley would score a knockdown. Heated moment in the middle of this fight. And since then, Peter Manfredo Sr. has been pushed back to just be a simple observer, not actively in the corner of Brinkley, as the commission has set him back there, the Nevada Athletic Commission. Told him to take a seat 10 feet back.
If I'm Peter Manfredo Sr., I'm sure he's told him, I'm telling the guys, my assistants in the corner, tell Brinkley to keep that right hand glued to the side of his jaw. Because if this fight turns around, it's probably going to be from a left hook out of the sky by Stevens. And there's a right hand by Stevens, not a left hook. And again, the right hand down. Good work by the left hand of Brinkley, but the right hand, as he's throwing it, the right hand was not up. And again, you see that right hand down.
Yes.
If I'm Stevens, I'm going to slip to the left a little bit from that jab and come with a left hook. See, that's a little different. You're jumping in with a left hook. Brinkley has time to see it coming. I think the best way to catch Brinkley right now, if you're Stevens, is to slip a jab as he's throwing and then throw the left hook.
But 3 straight times, instead he leads with it, does Stevens, and Brinkley was able to deal with it.
See, when Brinkley's not throwing, his hands are up. But when he's throwing the left, look where the right hand goes. It drops. And that's why I think Stevens needs to engage Brinkley. Let him jab, slip the jab to the left, and come with the left hook again.
Jumping in with that left hook.
Jumping in with the left hook. Brinkley sees it coming. He's got the earmuffs on, he's got the hands up. You have to catch Brinkley as he's throwing the jab. That's when the right hand is down. Again, you can see an example of it.
Right hand from Brinkley as he was able to turn him. Now they both open up with right hands. Number 2 ranking up for grabs at 168 pounds in the IBF.
That left hook just landed. Brinkley took it well, but again, the right hand of Brinkley was down. Stevens did a good job of slipping to the left and connected with the hook.
Remember, he's been dealing with that swollen right eye since early on in the first round. Danny Milano, the cut man, has done his best to try to curb it, but those left hands do damage.
You can see this round, Stevens looking for one shot. And the guy who's working throughout the round, the guy with the steady flow of punches, is Brinkley. This round so far, pretty easy to score. A couple of hard punches by Stevens, but Brinkley, he controls the punch numbers.
Good left hand there. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you ringside here in Reno. Jesse Brinkley came into this fight an underdog here in his hometown. Curtis Stevens came in, an overconfident power puncher who said, I'll get rid of Brinkley in 50 seconds. He went after him, it didn't happen. Instead, Brinkley turned the tables and scored a knockdown of his own in the 6th round. Now the 11th round here in an IBF super middleweight eliminator. And the experience when you get to